I'm going to show you how to make spaghetti in the crock pot. And I have everything ready. I've got some onion chopped, celery chopped. There's some garlic chopped right here. It's hidden. I'm going to put in some kale. I've got in some penne pasta. This is green pea pasta, which has a lot more protein in it. I'm going to throw in some nutritional yeast, about a tablespoon or two. I'm going to put in 1/8 of a teaspoon of black pepper, 1/4 of a teaspoon of red chili flakes. I don't have any Italian seasoning, so I'm just going to use some oregano and some powdered garlic. Even though I have the whole garlic, this just adds a little more flavor. I'm also going to add in some of these frozen peppers, which are green bell pepper, yellow, red bell pepper, and a little bit more onion. I probably will put in about 1/2 cup to a cup of these, depending how much is left in this bag. Then I'm going to add in a whole jar of sauce and some canned tomatoes. These I think are flavored with basil. Now, when you take the kale, don't be afraid of it. You're just going to remove this rib that runs along here, and you're going to shred these leaves. You're just going to rinse them off, open it up, make sure you get all the dirt out of the rib. I only buy organic. And then you're just going to rip it up into little pieces. You just take it and you rip it. So don't be afraid of it. Kale is very good for you, and I'm not actually going to put this in the pot first. What I'm going to pour in first is my tomato sauce. So I'm going to pour that into the bottom of the crock pot. And this is hard to do with one hand, but I'll get the rest out later on. Then I'll pour in my canned tomatoes. Now, I don't like to eat tomato sauce just by itself. I think it's too sweet and fake tasting. So I always put my canned tomatoes in with my pasta. Now I'm going to add in my onion. I'm going to add in my celery. I'm going to add in the garlic. Then I'm going to put my pasta in next. Now I'm just eyeballing this. I don't want to have a lot of leftovers, so I'm putting in 1/2 of this box. And if you need measurements, well, we're going to have to Google it some way. So I'm putting in 1/2 of this box, and this box is a 9-ounce box. And if you see, it has really good fat is 0, the carbs are high, sugar is very low, and it's got great protein. Again, because it's made out of green lentils. Oh, I think I said green peas. And it's gluten-free. So then I know I said 1/8 of a tablespoon. I'm just going to throw it in, but that's how I eyeball it. Then when I put the camera down, I'm going to add in the oregano. Here's my powdered garlic. I'm going to add in about a teaspoon of powdered garlic. It's very hard to cook in this little small area. So then I'm going to add in my kale. I'm going to add in my frozen peppers. I will add in my 2 tablespoons of nutritional yeast. I'm going to put the lid on this, and I will cook it on low for about 3.5 hours. And that's it. I hope you find, oh, I didn't mention that when I put the lid on this, I'm also going to be adding in some meatballs. I'm going to use these Gardein meatballs. They're 14 grams of protein. Yes, I'm sure they're not very good for you because no product in a bag is going to be absolutely great, but I just want to put that in because Michael likes the meatballs. I could also put in textured protein. Textured protein ends up kind of looking like hamburger meat, if you will. I think that's ground beef or something. Textured protein, you can get it in bulk, and it's not very fancy. I usually add this to soups, but today I'm going to use the meatballs, and I'll just pour them on there before I put the lid on. So I know this video is short and sweet, but it kind of is just giving you an idea of how to make spaghetti, or I guess penne pasta, in a crock pot. And then you don't have to do anything. It just cooks and you don't have to watch it and drain water. Oh yes, water. Oh my goodness. I'm going to be adding in 4 cups of water. Oh my goodness. Yes. So, oh yeah. So, I just take my can of tomatoes. Look at my little coffee pot here. I take my can of tomatoes and I use my can because in this can is roughly about I don't know, 2 cups, 2.25 cups. I'm not looking at the measurements, but 14 ounces. So it's almost 2 cups. So I just put water in my can and I'm gonna pour that in there. So yes, you need to put in 4 cups of water. Don't forget the water. Otherwise your noodles aren't gonna cook. Glory be. Okay. Arrivederci, and I hope you enjoy this.